Okay, we are streaming live via YouTube. Again, my name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over first appearance hearing for today. The defendants are appearing live via appearing live via Zoom at the Clayton County Jail. We normally have two different pods for the female and male inmates. So I will swear in the defendants and then swear in the interpreter, and then I will proceed forward with my opening remarks. And then with the first appearance hearings for today. So if each individual will please raise their right hand. Do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you give to the court is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
I do. I do.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, I will swear the interpreter. The interpreter is also appearing via live via YouTube. Ms. Gertrude Toes, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully translate from Spanish to English and from English to Spanish in an accurate manner to the best of your knowledge in these proceedings before the court today?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So I will proceed slowly with my opening remarks since the interpreter will need time to interpret my statements. So please bear with me. First, this is your first appearance hearing before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Buenos días. Esta audiencia es su comparecencia inicial en la sala menor del Tribunal de Primera Instancia del Condado de Clayton.
We are not here to try your case or to take a plea.
No estamos aquí para proceder a juicio en su caso, tampoco para aceptar una declaración a acusaciones.
You are here for the court to inform you of the charges against you.
Ustedes están acá para que yo les informen de las acusaciones en su contra.
Advise you of certain rights.
Para informarle de ciertos derechos que tienen.
Set bail on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail.
Imponerles fianza por los delitos los cuales tengo la autorización de imponer fianza.
To schedule a preliminary hearing.
Para programar su audiencia preliminar.
And to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
Y también para determinar si requieren la ayuda de un abogado.
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing.
Tienen derecho a permanecer callados sin decir nada.
But should you choose to give up this right,
pero si eligen renunciar a ese derecho,
anything you say during these proceedings may be used against you.
Cualquier cosa que digan durante esta diligencia se puede usar en su contra.
If your case goes to trial.
Si el caso procede a juicio.
During these proceedings and all other court proceedings.
Durante esta diligencia judicial y cualquier audiencia futura.
You have the right to the presumption or innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Tienen derecho a la presunción de inocencia hasta que el Estado haya probado su culpabilidad fuera de una duda razonable.
You also have the right to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies.
También tiene derecho a una acusación formal cuando se trata de la mayoría de los delitos graves.
Or by accusation for misdemeanors.
Y que proceden en su contra con una sencilla acusación cuando se trata de delitos menores.
You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury.
Tiene derecho a un juicio público y sin demora por un jurado.
You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine all witnesses who are called to testify against you.
Tienen el derecho a ver, a escuchar y a contrainterrogar todos los testigos convocados a declarar en su contra.
You also have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses in your own behalf by subpoena.
También tiene el derecho a obligar la presencia de testigos que comparezcan a su favor por medio de citatorio judicial.
You also have the right to testify and offer other evidence in your own defense, should you choose to do so.
También tiene el derecho de declarar y presentar otras pruebas para su defensa si eligen hacerlo.
But should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised.
Pero si eligen no hacerlo, no se puede tomar por sentado una presunción de culpabilidad.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you during these proceedings and all other court proceedings.
tiene derecho a un abogado para representarlos durante esta audiencia y cualquier audiencia futura.
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail pending prosecution of the case.
Algunos de ustedes tendrán derecho a presentar o depositar una fianza sin restricciones mientras está esperando la resolución de su caso.
The bonds may be cash, commercial, or property.
Puede ser una fianza en efectivo a través de una agencia comercial de fianzas o con un inmueble o propiedad.
If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with any applicable mandated fees to the sheriff's office.
Si va a depositar una fianza en efectivo, alguien tendrá que entregar el total de la fianza en efectivo más las tarifas correspondientes a la oficina del sheriff de este condado.
The sheriff's office will hold the cash bond until your final court date.
La oficina del sheriff guardará la fianza en efectivo hasta su audiencia definitiva.
At which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it.
Luego, después de la audiencia final, la oficina del sheriff devolverá el dinero pagado a la persona que lo pagó.
If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff,
Si va a usar una compañía de fianzas, tiene que ser una de las que son aprobadas por el sheriff.
someone would have to pay the company up to 15% of the total bond amount
Alguien tendría que pagar a la compañía un 15% de lo que es la fianza total,
as their fee for their service, and this fee will not be returned.
como la tarifa para el servicio de la compañía de fianzas, y esa tarifa no será devuelta.
Someone may post a bond using their property
Alguien puede poner la fianza utilizando su propiedad.
if they have net equity in the property in an amount equal to 3 times the total amount of the bond.
Si esa propiedad cuenta en patrimonio neto, un valor de por lo menos 3 veces lo que es el valor de la fianza.
Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to or around certain places.
Algunos de ustedes tendrán condiciones especiales que conllevan la fianza, que les prohíbe acercarse a cierta gente o ir a ciertos lugares.
These special conditions will be provided to you on your bond order.
Esas condiciones especiales vienen incluidas en la orden de fianza.
You will also be prohibited from calling or having other contact with the alleged victim while you're in jail or out on bond.
También se le prohibirá tener contacto o llamar a la presunta víctima mientras está detenido o mientras está en libertad bajo fianza.
Should you violate the court order, your bond will be revoked.
Si transgrede las normas de la fianza, su fianza quedará revocada.
And you will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial.
Y no tendrá derecho a otra fianza mientras está esperando el juicio de su caso.
An additional charge of aggravated stalking,
Una acusación adicional de hostigamiento con agravantes,
influencing witness,
de influenciar a testigos,
or other charges as the law may provide could be brought against you.
o otras acusaciones, según dispone la ley, se pueden formular en su contra,
For which you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison
por los cuales se le puede imponer una condena de 10 años de prisión
and fine up to $20,000.
y una multa de hasta $10,000.
For family members who will assist you in posting bond,
Para los familiares que le quieren ayudar a depositar la fianza,
they will be provided with information of your bond amount after I have concluded the first appearance calendar for today.
se les proveerá información sobre la cantidad de la fianza una vez que yo haya terminado con la audiencia de hoy.
If a family member is a victim on the warrant,
Si su familiar también es la víctima que aparece en la orden de arresto,
And there's a special condition that you're to have no contact with that family member.
Y existe una condición especial que le prohíbe contacto con esta familiar.
He or she will not be allowed to post the bond.
A él o a ella no se le va a permitir depositar la fianza.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is simply not authorized by law to set bail.
Algunos de ustedes tienen acusaciones las cuales no tengo la autorización de imponerles fianza.
In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a superior court judge, and you will be informed of that date during your first appearance today.
Si este es su caso, se programará una audiencia para determinar su fianza ante un juez de la sala superior y hoy durante esta comparecencia inicial se le va a informar de la fecha.
If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond for you today.
Si actualmente está cumpliendo una condena de libertad condicional, yo como juez no tengo la autorización de imponerle fianza hoy.
Your bond can be reconsidered at a probation officer
Se puede haber una reconsideración de su fianza después de que un funcionario de libertad condicional
has an opportunity to determine if they wish to file a warrant for violation of your probation.
tenga la oportunidad de determinar si quisiera presentar una orden de arresto por haber quebrantado las normas de su libertad condicional.
This will usually occur during your preliminary hearing.
Esto normalmente ocurre durante la audiencia preliminar.
The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine if there is enough evidence
El propósito de la audiencia preliminar es para determinar si existen suficientes indicios
or probable cause to justify keeping you detained
o causa probable para justificar su detención
until such time as your case goes to trial.
y que siga detenido hasta que el caso proceda a juicio.
For those of you charged with misdemeanors only,
Para ustedes que solamente tienen infracciones menores,
you will have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
tendrán la opción a renunciar a la audiencia preliminar.
Waiving your preliminary hearing will not affect your right to post bond.
Renunciar a la audiencia preliminar no afectará su habilidad de salir en libertad bajo fianza
Your right to have an attorney represent you,
o su derecho a un abogado para representarlo
or your right to a jury trial.
o su derecho a un juicio por jurado.
If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
Si deposita fianza, la audiencia preliminar se renuncia automáticamente
And you will be mailed a notice when to appear in state court for arraignment.
y se le enviará por correo una notificación que le informa cuándo se tiene que presentar a su instrucción de cargos en la sala estatal.
If you cannot make bond, you may waive your preliminary hearing
Si no puede pagar la fianza para salir, puede decidir renunciar a la audiencia preliminar
and be taken before a state court judge,
para pasar ante un juez de la sala estatal.
at which time, if you plead guilty, you will be sentenced.
Y para entonces, si se declara culpable, recibirá la condena.
If you plead not guilty, a trial will be scheduled on your behalf.
Si elige declararse no culpable, se programará un juicio por usted.
If you choose to have a misdemeanor preliminary hearing,
Si elige tener una audiencia preliminar sobre sus infracciones menores,
the hearing will be scheduled for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
la audiencia está señalada para el 31 de enero 2023 a las 8:30 por medio de Zoom.
For those of you charged with felony offenses,
Para ustedes que tienen delitos graves imputados,
you will not have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
no tendrán la opción a renunciar a la audiencia preliminar.
Your preliminary hearing will be scheduled for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
Su audiencia preliminar será programada para el 1 de febrero 2023 a las 8:30 por medio de Zoom.
Okay, that will conclude my opening remarks. At this time, we'll proceed forward with the first appearance for each individual. At this time, deputies, I see that you have the, do you have the females?
We have the Spanish ones in case you wanted to do the first
Yeah,
order.
so yeah, let's do the Spanish ones first, and then I'll move forward with the females and then the males.
Yes, your order.
Okay. Okay, and one, sir, will you step forward and please give me your full name?
Bueno, si puede pasar adelante, por favor, y darme su nombre completo, señor.
Mío es Alejandro Mendoza Villalón. Alejandro Mendoza Villalón.
My name is Alejandro Mendoza Villalón.
Okay, can he spell that?
¿Cómo se escribe, señor? ¿Cómo se deletrea?
Aquí está, mire, si alcanza.
Here it is.
Es
Are you able to see?
Okay.
Alejandro.
They told me you had bonded out.
A mí me dijeron, señor, que usted ya había salido bajo fianza.
Ajá, me pusieron a $1,000 por no traer el ID.
Yes, they gave me
Okay.
one of $1,000 for not having my ID.
Okay.
Pero no tengo un familiar quien, o sea, quien
Okay, sir.
me lo.
But I don't
So-
have a family member who could.
Okay, so, Ms. Mary, is it possible that you can get the warrants for Mendoza? I didn't, they told me he was bonding out, so I didn't. Okay, all right, hold on.
Señora Moultrie, si me puede facilitar las órdenes de arresto, porque a mí me informaron que el señor ya se estaba saliendo bajo fianza. Un momento,
So
señor.
while my assistant is obtaining the warrant for you, I will go ahead and proceed forward with the first appearance for the next individual.
Si nos tiene un poco de paciencia, señor, mi asistente está buscando la información de la orden suya. Vamos a pasar a la segunda persona.
State your full name for me, sir.
Diga su nombre completo, por favor, señor.
Nelson Ariel Rivera Ostorga.
My name is Nelson Ariel Rivera Ostorga.
Sir, you've been charged with one offense of defective equipment. Your bond
Sí.
amount,
Go ahead, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Your bond amount is?
$500.
Thank you, Your Honor. Señora, a usted se le acusa de la infracción de equipo defectuoso. La cantidad de su fianza es $500.
You've also been charged with one count of driving without a license.
También se le acusa de una infracción de manejar sin licencia.
Your bond amount is $1,000.
Y la fianza para esa infracción es $1,000.
Therefore, your total bond amount is $1,500.
Por lo tanto, la fianza total es $1,500.
Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
¿Entiende, señor, las infracciones y también la fianza?
¿Sí me puede repetir el por qué la fianza de $500? No lo escucho muy bien.
Could you repeat, please, for me the reason for the $1,500 bond? I didn't hear it clearly.
Yes, driving without a license.
Sí, señor, manejar sin licencia.
Y
You
los
understand
1,000,
the charge, sir?
If I might interrupt, Your Honor, I couldn't
Yes.
hear the defendant, but he did say something. One moment, let me ask. Perdón, señor, no le escuché. Usted preguntó algo.
sí, bueno, los 500 son por no manejar con la licencia y los otros 1,000 porque son.
So, Your Honor, the 500 is driving without a license, and then the other additional 1,000, what is that for?
No, the 500 is for driving with a defective tail light.
No, señor. Los $500 de multa son de manejar con la calavera defectuosa.
And the second charge of driving without a license is 1,000 for a total of 1,500.
Luego, la segunda infracción es manejar sin licencia. Entonces, en total, esa infracción conlleva una fianza de $1,000 y la fianza total es $1,500. Okay.
Secondly, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
Y ya programé su audiencia preliminar para el día 31 de enero 2023 a las 8:30 por medio de Zoom.
Did you complete an application for court-appointed counsel?
Señor, ¿usted llenó la solicitud para un abogado de oficio?
No, he didn't have an interpreter.
Okay, no problem. Can you ask him if he mind if I ask him a few questions to see if he would qualify for court-appointed counsel?
Señor, ¿le puedo hacer unas preguntas para ver si usted cumple los requisitos para un abogado de oficio?
Claro.
Of course.
Do you have a job?
¿Tiene trabajo, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
Can he give me an estimate of his monthly wages?
¿Y me puede decir cuál sería un estimado de sus ingresos mensuales?
4,500.
I don't know, 4,000, 4,500.
So please inform him that he does not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, therefore he will have to hire his own attorney.
Bueno, señor, usted no cumple los criterios para un abogado de oficio, tendría que contratar a su propio abogado.
Does he have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta, señor?
Ok, si yo puedo, si pago la fianza, ya saldría libre, ¿no?
Okay, so if I pay the bond, then I will be able to get out. Is that right?
Yes.
Sí, señor.
Okay, let him know that will conclude his first appearance here for today.
Okay, su comparecencia inicial ya está concluida. Gracias, señor.
Ok, una cosa más.
Yes, one more thing, Your Honor.
Yes.
Sí.
Solo necesito llamar a mi familiar porque no me he podido comunicar con ellos.
Just if I could call my family members because I have not been able to be in contact with them.
Okay, please inform him that's not something that I handle. That's something he would have to speak to the jail about.
Muy bien, señor. Es que las llamadas telefónicas no estoy a cargo de eso. Tendrá que hablar con los de la cárcel al respecto. Okay.
Thank you.
Gracias, señor.
Excuse me, Judge West, is West Bernard?
Yes.
Mendoza, they have processed Mendoza out of the system.
I was
Okay.
getting ready to say that, Tyree. Yeah, he shouldn't even be there.
Okay, he shouldn't be there?
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Okay.
They have processed him out of the system.
Okay.
He's leaving out.
Okay, did
Yes,
y'all
Your
let him
Honor.
know? Did you let him know that?
Yes, Your Honor,
Does
we've
he-
already taken.
Did
We've
you,
taken.
let me finish. Does he need an interpreter to understand that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
You understand? Get out.
I got you, Deputy. Okay, I think that's it. Is that all of the inmates that needs required an interpreter today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, Ms. Toles, you are released. I know you're doing double duty for county ordinance today, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you are free to go. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you. Have a great day, you all.
You too.
Bye, Joe, too.
Bye.
Hey, where he at? He's done. Back in the cell? No, he's going back. Send him back down.
Can I state your full name for me? You get charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Your bond amount is $20,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay. If you can make bond, there will be a special condition included on your bond order. The first condition is that you're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case by the name of Fabella McGee. You understand that? No contact means stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message. by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact Ms. McGee through a third party or at her home or workplace. You understand that? Do you currently reside with Ms. McGee?
No, I was letting her stay with me.
Okay. And then you can't violate any other laws while out on bond. You understand that? Okay. Your charge offense is a felony, so your preliminary hearing is scheduled for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that? You say yes? Decker? Okay. And then you did complete a request for court-appointed counsel. Based on your response, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So you will have to hire your own attorney. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go off the record real quick, 1 minute. Thank you.
All of them are.
No, just one.
Okay, I apologize for that. We're back on the record. I believe Ms. Decker, who's standing before me?
Destiny George.
Okay, George. Okay, 1 minute. Let me pull your file. Ms. George, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is violation of the maximum speed limit. Your bond amount is $500. Second charge is driving on a suspended or revoked license. Your bond amount is $1,500. The third charge is obstruction or hindrance of your license plate. The bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond is $2,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
You can keep it on the court's calendar.
Okay. Also, it appears you did complete a request for court-appointed counsel. You do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
First and last name.
Danielle Gilson, Gilson.
Ms. Gibson, you've been charged with 1 offense of public drunkenness. Your bond amount is $1,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you make bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Not quickly.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then it appears you did complete a request for court-appointed counsel. Based on your application, you will qualify. I will approve that. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
India Grimes.
Ms. Grimes, you've been charged with 1 offense of also exceeding the maximum speed limits in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? Can you make bond?
It's already been paid.
Okay, it's already been paid. Great. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive the preliminary hearing? Or keep it on the calendar? You want to keep it? Okay,
Yes.
no problem. And then it appears you did complete an application for court-appointed counsel based on your response. It's hard to read your response. You said your monthly wages is $7,500.
Yes.
Okay, based on that, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so you will have to hire your own attorney. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Tiffany Hutchins.
Okay, 1 minute, Ms. Hutchison. I'm sorry, Hutchins.
Yes.
Let me pull your file here. You've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond amount is $4,000. The second offense is driving without an invalid license. Your bond amount is $1,000. The third offense is driving with no tail light. Your bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $5,500. Do you understand the bond as well as your charges?
Ma'am.
Can you make bond? Say you say no?
Yes. Yes.
You can't make bond? Okay. I scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you refuse to complete an application for court-appointed counsel. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions now to see if you qualify?
Sure.
Okay, you say yes? Okay. Are you currently employed?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I will approve that. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Come here. She can wait.
Tiffany Lewis.
Okay, I didn't hear you. Give me your full name.
Destiny Lewis.
I don't have a, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Destiny Lewis. Ms. Lewis, you've been charged with 4 offenses. There are 3 separate counts for a violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond amount for the first violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, the bond amount is $4,000. The second count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, the bond amount is $4,000. The third count, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, the bond amount is $4,000. And then the fourth charge, use or possession of drug-related items, the bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond is $13,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date? Ms. Lewis?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you did complete a request for court-appointed counsel. See, based on your application here, you would qualify, so I'll go ahead and approve that request for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lewis.
Michaela Mills.
You said Mills, M-I-L-L-S, correct? Okay. Ms. Mills, you've been charged with 1 count of making false statements. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Keep it on the calendar.
Okay. And then did you complete an application for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Mills?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I located it. Okay, based on your application, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will approve an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Artisha Newton.
Okay. Okay, give me your name again.
Patricia Newton.
Newton, okay. Ms. Newton, you've been charged with 4 offenses. You have 3 separate counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. And then you have a use or possession of drug-related items charge. For the first count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, the bond amount is $4,000. The second count is $4,000. The third count for violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act is $4,000. And then the use or possession of drug-related items, the bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $13,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you did complete an application for court-appointed counsel. Based on your application, you do qualify, so I will approve your application. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Janae Taylor.
Hey, Ms. Taylor, how are you doing today?
Okay.
Ms. Taylor, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond amount is $4,000. The second offense, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond amount is $4,000. The third offense is driving with no tail light. The bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $8,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay. I scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
February the 1st?
Yes, February the 1st. Okay. And then did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes.
Okay, based upon your application, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Therefore, you will have to retain your own attorney. Any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please give me your full name.
Lisa, Lisa Theard.
Okay. And then, okay, that's your last name. Is it Third?
Theard.
Thread.
Theard, it don't matter. Theard.
Okay.
Sorry.
You've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is unlawful removal of baggage or cargo from it appears to be the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. Your bond amount is $3,000. And then the theft by taking charge, the bond amount is $2,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $5,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay. Secondly, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. And then you did complete your application for a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, Judge.
Based on your application, you said you were employed, but you didn't include an amount. Do you have an estimate of your monthly wages?
Yes, 1,200 a week.
Okay.
I'm a hairstylist.
Okay, you're a hairstylist? Okay. So you said, so is that about 4,600 a month? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Maybe a little bit over.
Okay. So based on that, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, therefore you will have to hire your own attorney. You understand that?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, any other questions?
No.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Whitney Walker.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. Ms. Walker, you've been charged with 2 violations of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, or 2 counts. Your first count is the bond amount is $4,000. And then the second count, your bond amount is $4,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $8,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Can you make bond?
Ma'am,
You say yes? Okay.
ma'am,
So I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
ma'am, you said the first, correct?
Yes, February the
First
1st.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
And then you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney based on your application, so I will approve that. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Good luck, Ms. Walker. So that will conclude the female inmates, correct, Deputy? Deputy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're moving on to the males. Okay, sir, state your full name for me. I'm sorry, who are we doing first, deputies?
Tristan Ash.
Okay, Mr. Ash, you've been charged with obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Your bond amount is $1,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary here for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
And you did complete an application for court-appointed counsel, and I have approved that request. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, give me your first and last name.
I'm in Iran, Sir Hardy.
Sir, you've been charged with 1 count of trafficking marijuana. Due to the nature of your charge, I'm not authorized to set bail for you today. Only a Superior Court judge can do that. Therefore, there's a no bond on your charge. Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary. Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date? And your bond hearing will be February the 3rd, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that, sir? Say yes. Okay. You did complete an application for court-appointed counsel. Okay, based on your response, you do qualify, so I will approve that request. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, if you can state your full name for me.
Bradford Shannon, go back to the house.
You say Bradford? Okay, sir. You've been charged with 1 count of failure providing false information and failure to register as a sex offender. Due to the nature of your charge today, I'm not granting bond. Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir? February the 1st. That's your next court date. And then your bond hearing will be scheduled for February the 1st is your preliminary hearing date, and then February the 3rd is your bond hearing via Zoom. You understand that?
Yeah.
And then based on your application for court-appointed counsel, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, give me your full name, sir.
Antoine Terrence Brockington. How you doing today?
How are you, sir?
Doing good.
Just give me a minute. I'm gonna pull your file here.
Oh, no.
Spell your last name for me, sir.
Brockington.
So you've been charged with one count of battery family violence. Your bond amount is $5,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
I believe I can. Can I ask you a question, man? Is there
Yeah.
any way I can have an SO?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. In light of your criminal history, sir, I think you are fortunate that I'm granting bond in this case. Okay, so your bond amount is $5,000. If you can't make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case by the name of Sheraton Simmons. Do you recognize that name?
Sheraton Simmons, yes, ma'am.
Sheraton. Okay, she's the alleged victim in the case, so you must stay away absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact her through a third person. You cannot go to her home and workplace. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, you're not to return to the premises, which is the incident location, identified as 716 Hunter Ridge Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238. So if that's your primary residence, then you will need to make other arrangements. Is that your primary residence, sir?
Yes, ma'am, but she doesn't live there.
Okay, well, it appears that's what the incident occurred. Let's see here. Now, according to the warrant, it says the offender and the victim do live at the same residence. So based on the warrant, sir, I'm going to prohibit you from returning to that location. If that's your primary resident, I'll give you 10 days from the date of your release to make an appointment with the sheriff's office to retrieve any undisputed personal property there. You understand that? Okay, you have completed your application for court-appointed counsel. Based on your application, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, therefore you'll be responsible for hiring your own attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Okay, please give me your full name.
Tristan Carswell. Tristan.
Okay, sir. You've been charged with 5 counts. The first count is driving with tinted windows in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500. The second offense, driving with a suspended or revoked license, your bond amount is $1,500. The second offense, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. There's a no bond because based on your review of your criminal history, sir, you are currently on probation. Your fifth charge is drug-related items, use and possession. of drug-related items, and then the fifth charge is identity fraud. So therefore, there's a no bond because you're on active probation. You understand that, sir? Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And then your bond hearing will be scheduled for February the 3rd, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand those two different hearing dates? Mr. Carswell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
And then you did complete your application for court-appointed counsel. 1 minute, sir. Based on your application, you would qualify for an attorney. Court-appointed attorney, do you have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Step up, state your first and last name.
the line is President Casey.
Okay, 1 minute, Mr. Casey. Okay, sir. You've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is obstruction of a law enforcement officer. The second offense is driving with no insurance. And the third offense is expired registration. Your bond amount for obstruction of a law enforcement officer is $1,500. Driving with no insurance, the bond amount is $1,000. And then driving on an expired, with an expired or invalid tag, the bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $3,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Ma'am.
You say yes?
Ma'am.
I scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date? Would you like to
Ma'am.
waive that or keep it on the calendar?
Keep it on the calendar.
Okay, no problem.
You said January the what?
31st.
First, okay.
And then you did not complete a request for court-appointed counsel. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions and see if you qualify for one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Or do you currently have a job?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Therefore, I will approve your application. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, state your full name for me.
Kendra Green.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Green.
Green.
Kendra Green.
Okay, deputies, what happened to, 1 minute, sir. What happened to Jason Curry?
We can do that, yeah, we can do, Mr. Curry.
Yeah, I want to keep it in alphabetical order.
All right.
So it would be Curry, and then Davis next.
Which one is Davis? So Curry and Davis?
It's Derek David. Oh, no, I'm sorry, he's the fugitive. I'll do him last. I'll do his hearing last.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Curry, state your full name for me?
Jason Curry.
Okay, Mr. Curry, you've been charged with one offense of giving an inmate guns, drugs, or alcohols or other prohibited items. Your bond amount is $2,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir? Okay, and then you did not complete your application for court-appointed counsel. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions and see if you qualify?
Okay, I already got it. Okay, I got a lawyer for everything.
Is it a court-appointed attorney or your own private?
My own.
Is your own? Okay. So you've hired your own? Okay, I'll put hired your own. Okay, thank you, sir. I can't believe now we're ready for green, correct? Okay. Sorry about that, Mr. Green. Sir, you've been charged with 5 offenses. The first offense is fleeing from a police officer. Your bond amount is $2,000. The second offense is reckless driving. Your bond amount is $3,000. The third offense is driving without insurance. Your bond amount is $1,000. The fourth offense is driving a motor vehicle with a canceled registration. Let me just make sure. Is with a suspended registration. Your bond amount is $1,000. And then the fifth offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond amount is $5,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $12,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond? You say no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Did you ask I can make bond?
I'm sorry,
Make bond.
you can?
I know.
Okay. And then your next court date is the February the 1st, 2023. You understand that's your next court date? Okay. And then based on your application for court-appointed counsel, you would qualify for an attorney, so I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I showed Jenkins next to you. Show Jenkins?
Yes, that's who I have.
Okay, stand by 1 second.
Okay, give me your full name, sir. Okay, Mr. Jenkins, you've been charged with 4 offenses. The first offense is aggravated battery. Your bond amount is $7,500. The second offense is physical contact battery. Your bond amount is $5,000. The third offense is criminal attempt. Your bond amount is $2,500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $15,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes.
I'll schedule your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date? Okay, and you did not complete an application for court-appointed counsel. Would you like me to ask you, I guess, a question to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, sir? Or you have your own?
I got one, ma'am.
Okay. So you're gonna have, you already have one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I'm glad.
Can you give me your full name, sir?
Mario Lights.
Okay, Mr. Lights, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is simple battery, family violence. Your bond amount is $4,000. The second offense is simple assault, family violence. The bond amount is $4,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $8,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victims in the case, specifically Victoria, it looks like it's Gavance and Samuel Robinson. Do you recognize those 2 names?
Ma'am.
You say you do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the no contact means you must stay away, absolutely, indirectly, directly, by mail, by email, by social media, by pager. Cannot contact them through a telephone or text message or contact them through a third person, and you cannot go to their home and workplace. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then because the alleged incident occurred at 2856 Maple Grove Drive, Rex, Georgia, 30273, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence, sir?
Yes, ma'am. But I'm an over-road truck driver, so I be on the road all the time. So that's why I
Okay,
live in the truck.
well, I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property. But beyond that, you're not to return to that location. You understand that, sir?
Ma'am.
Okay, and then you did complete an application for court-appointed counsel. Based on the application, you do qualify, so I will approve an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Isaiah Lindsay.
Okay, Mr. Lindsay, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is driving on a suspended or revoked license. The second offense is driving with no brake lights or turn signal. Your bond amount is $500. And then the driving with a suspended or revoked license is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yeah.
You say yes? You're Lindsay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand those charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Well, what happens if I waive it? Waive it?
Well, if you're unsure, then we could just leave it on the calendar. If you bond out, it'll automatically be waived. You understand that?
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely gonna bond out.
Okay, well, once you bond out, it'll automatically be waived. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
then you completed an application for court-appointed counsel. You do qualify, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, please give me your full name.
Colores.
Okay. Mr. Lovelace, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $1,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you can't make bond? Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you did not complete the request for court-appointed counsel. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so since you don't have a job, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Ma'am.
Okay. Okay, deputies, I have, is it Malcolm next? Did you hear me, deputies? Is this Malcolm?
Yeah, this Malcolm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, you've been charged with one offense, giving inmates guns, drugs, alcohol, or other prohibited items while in jail. Your bond amount is $2,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? You say yes, sir?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date? Okay, and then you did not complete the application for court-appointed counsel. Do you need an attorney?
No, ma'am.
You already hired your own?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Can you give me your full name, sir?
Devin Matthews.
Hey, Mr. Matthews, you've also been charged with giving an inmate guns, drugs, alcohol, or other prohibited items while in jail. Your bond amount is $2,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you did not complete the application for court-appointed counsel. Do you already have an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Demetric McLean.
Okay, Mr. McLean, you've been charged with 7 offenses. The first offense is driving beyond the maximum speed limit in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500 for that offense. There's also 3 separate charges for violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond amount for each one is $4,000. You're charged for use or possession of drug-related items. Your bond amount is $1,500. And then you have a 4th count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond amount for that one is $4,000. The last offense, you was charged with possession of a weapon during a crime. Your bond amount is $10,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $28,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll schedule your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you did complete the application for court-appointed counsel. You would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You have a blessed one.
Devontae Ratcliffe.
Okay. Sir, I believe I saw you yesterday. Give me your name.
Devontae Ratcliffe.
Yes, Mr. Ratcliffe.
We did.
Yeah. Okay. He doesn't have any additional charges that I'm aware of, deputies. He had his first appearance yesterday.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you can return him to the housing unit.
We
Yes, Your Honor.
moved those charges that they put on for today to yesterday, Judge. So he's straight.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Okay, give me your full name, please.
Stephen Robinson.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, 1 minute while I pull your file here. Okay. Mr. Robinson, you've been charged with 1 count of prohibited acts on public transportation. Specifically, you did not pay for the fare when going through the gate at the Atlanta Airport MARTA station. Therefore, you charged with prohibited acts on public transportation. Your bond amount is $500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond, Mr. Robinson?
No, ma'am.
Cannot? Okay. I'm scheduling your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:38 p.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Okay.
And then you did not complete an application for court-appointed counsel. Do you need an attorney?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
well, are you currently employed?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I don't have doing it. I can't do intake.
I'm sorry, Deb, is this Owens? I need Owens.
Yeah.
Do you have an Owens?
He bonded out, Your Honor.
Okay.
Owens bonded out, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Mary, can you check that while we're on the record? Because I have him on my list.
Yeah.
It's
What's the name?
his name is Marquise Owens.
Marquise Deshaun Owens.
Yes.
All right, let me check.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so give me your full name.
Nancy Rosa.
Hey, Mr. Rosa. 1 minute, please. How are you doing today, sir?
All right.
Sir, you've been charged with 4 offenses. The first offense is improper lane change. Your bond amount is $500. The second offense is possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your bond amount is $1,500. And then the third offense is driving on a suspended or revoked license. The bond amount is $1,500. And then the fourth offense, which is a felony, is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. There's a no bond because you're currently on active probation according to your criminal history. Do you understand the charges as well as the no bond, sir? Do you understand the no bond, sir? Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Denton. Can you look up someone for me?
Ms. Mary, you're not on mute.
All right.
Sir, I'm not finished, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Rosa. Mr. Rosa, I'm not finished.
223
Ms. Mary?
5166.
I'm not finished. So you have 2 different court dates. Your first court date is February the 1st, 2023. That's your preliminary hearing. And then your bond hearing is going to be February the 3rd, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand those 2 different hearing dates, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then you did complete your application for court-appointed counsel, and you do qualify, so I will approve that request. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you, sir.
Before we go on to this next one,
Yes.
Deputy
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Marquise Owens is not out to bond.
You saying Owens?
Yes.
Owens, yes.
He's upstairs. He was given an OR bond. He's upstairs right now. He's about to bond out. He's already upstairs at bonding.
or how do we prove that for our records?
I took him up there.
Because Tariq, I just called classifications and she said that he wasn't out to bond.
I can go get him from out of bonded, but he's on his way home.
Judge, what do you want to do?
Let me see the deputy. Deputy, do I need to swear you in? You swearing under oath that that's true, and we're not gonna be doing the first appearance here. He's not gonna be back on my list tomorrow.
No, this Lieutenant Tyree, I've already got the approval. I've seen the approval.
Okay.
It came down for.
Okay, well, we're gonna
We're gonna trust you, Tyree. Don't let me have to come
Don't
find
let
you.
us down. Now, don't let us down.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Tyree.
Do we need your badge number? I'm just
Mary has it.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Sir, give me your full name.
Joshua Shubrick.
Mr. Shubrick, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is battery. Your bond amount is $5,000. And then the second offense is criminal attempt. Your bond amount is $2,500. Therefore, your total bond is $7,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you did not complete your application for court-appointed counsel. Do you not need an attorney, sir? Okay. Are you said yes, you do?
I got an attorney.
You got your own attorney? You certain?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All righty, then I'll put you down as you hiring your own attorney. Any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we got one more, Scott. Is it Scott? 2 more. Okay, Miss, is this Miss? Give me your full name, sir.
Marquise Cortez Scott.
Mr. Scott, you've been charged with 1 count of aggravated stalking. That is a felony. In light of the fact that you were on active probation as of December 13 of 2022, I'm not authorized to set bond for you if you're on active probation with a felony offense. You understand that?
I get that charge reduced because I actually stayed there.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your response, sir.
I just stayed at address. I wasn't stalking no one.
Well, I understand. Well, I'm not here to try your case today. My only purpose here is to determine if you qualify for bail and then to give you your preliminary hearing dates. So your first preliminary hearing date is going to be February the 1st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And your bond hearing is going to be February the 3rd, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And based on your application for court-appointed counsel, you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will approve your request. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, give me your full name.
Derek Mertz. Your Honor, we're gonna have Williams go and then we're gonna have the fugitive go last.
Okay, that'll work. State your full name for me, sir.
Antonio Williams.
Hey, Mr. Williams, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is interference with government property. This is it appears to be the Clayton County Jail, and then also obstruction of a law enforcement officer. The bond amount for the interference with government property is $2,000, and the bond amount for obstruction of a law enforcement officer is $2,000. So therefore, your total bond is $4,000. Do you understand the charges as well as the bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Okay. I'll schedule your preliminary hearing for January the 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
I understand.
Okay. And let's see here. Did you complete an application for court-appointed counsel?
No, I didn't.
Do you not need an attorney, sir, to represent you?
I got one.
Okay, if you're uncertain, it's better to have one in place just in case. Let me ask you this: Do you have a job?
I'm in jail now. No, of course not.
Okay, so that's a no. Okay, well, based on that, you will qualify for an attorney. So I'll go ahead and approve that. If you don't need it, then that attorney can withdraw if you don't need the court-appointed attorney. You understand that? Okay, thank you. Okay, sir, give me your full name.
Eric Maurice Davis.
Davis. So, Mr. Davis, my name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I will be presiding over your extradition hearing this morning. All rights that I have advised you of earlier in the proceedings also apply in your case, but your hearing is a little bit different than the other first appearance hearings that have taken place today. First, you do not have charges pending against you in Clayton County. You have been brought to court today because you have charges pending against you in another state, and they're requesting that you return to the state to answer the charges, specifically the state of Alabama. Okay, are you in fact Derek Maurice Davis?
Yes, ma'am, but I've never been there, but proceed.
Okay. Do you currently have an attorney representing you in this matter?
Yes, but I still like a state. Well, I don't need a state. I don't need a state representative.
Okay. You say you don't need one? Okay. Sir, you are charged with being a fugitive from justice. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to OCGA Title 17, Chapter 13. As you've heard, okay, it is alleged that you've been charged with the crime. Let's see here specifically, the warrant states is that upon checking your name, there was an outstanding warrant for you in Jefferson's County in the state of Alabama. And you said you've never been to that state, sir? Is that what you're alleging?
I'm from Miami, ma'am. I just moved here. No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So it says that you came back and there was an outstanding warrant for your arrest for, I believe it's the charge of larceny. Let me just make sure. Yes, for a larceny offense.
And it's a misdemeanor, correct?
I'm not certain what it is in that state. It's the state of Alabama. Okay. It states here is that you have the choice as to whether you wish to contest the extradition or waive the extradition and be returned to the state of Alabama without going through the former extradition process. If you decide that you wish to contest the extradition, the court may commit you to the county jail for an initial period of 30 days. During that time, a warrant will be prepared under the governor's signature for your extradition to the state of Alabama. The court may consider allowing you to post bond, but this court is not required to allow bond in your case. As you are wanted by another jurisdiction, specifically the state of Alabama, I'm not setting bond for you in your case. If you do not wish to voluntarily return to the state of Alabama, you may file what we call a writ of habeas corpus to contest the extradition. The writ of habeas corpus can contest four things. The first is whether the extradition documents are in order on their face. Secondly, whether you are charged with a crime that actually exists in the state of Alabama. Thirdly, is whether you are the person named in the request for extradition. And fourth, whether you are in fact a fugitive from justice. You cannot contest the issue of your guilt or innocence in the state of Georgia. You are entitled to the advice of counsel in contesting extradition or in deciding whether to waive extradition. If the state of Alabama is unable to extradite you within 30 days and you waive extradition, you will be released. If you contest extradition, then you will be committed to the county jail for an additional 60 days. If you decide to voluntarily waive extradition and return to the state of Alabama, again, will have 30 days to travel here to transport you back to the state. Do you have any questions as I've explained them to you with respect to your rights and the extradition process?
No, ma'am, I don't have any questions. Yeah, I would like to go ahead with the procedure of being extradited.
Okay, you're sure that you understand that this is voluntary?
Yes, but you said volunteering. If they don't come within 30 days,
You'll
then
be
what?
released
Yes, ma'am.
if you waive it.
Yeah, but see,
Okay.
if I waive it, and they don't, then they got up to 90 days to come. Right?
No, if you contest it, you remain committed to the county jail.
Okay.
You understand that?
I just want to clarify. Okay.
If you
If I
waive
go-
it,
if I-
if you waive extradition, then the state of Alabama will have 30 days to come and get you. If they don't come and get you within 30 days, then you'll be released. If you contest it, then you will be committed to the county jail for an additional 30 days, and then for up to an additional 60 days. So that's where the 90
Okay.
days come from.
Okay, if I waive it, they gotta be here in 30 days. Or
Yes.
I'm released.
Yes. But I don't want you to return to a state you've never been to. That's my concern here.
Been there. I've never been there, but I know this happened twice to me. I understand what's going on. So yeah, I'd rather waive. I'll waive it.
Are you certain?
Yes. What are the cons to me waiving it when it comes down
No,
to
there's no cons. It's up to you, sir. I've explained your rights. You have the option of waiving it or contesting it.
I'd rather wait and have them get here faster.
Okay. Okay, well then, you will have to sign 5 to 7 copies of the waiver that the deputies will provide you with. Once you sign the waiver, then I will sign the waiver, and then we will proceed forward with the extradition process. Do you understand that? Okay, you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Wait, I just want to wait. Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I got accident, I got short-term memory, all that crap going
Okay.
on. So if I waive, okay, the only way it stretches out to 90 days if I contest and volunteer. They have 90. If I waive, they have to be here within 30.
Yeah, if you waive it, they have 30 days to come and get you. The state of Alabama, if they don't come and get you within 30 days, then you will be released.
I'll forget that. Just a quick question. I have to. So I'm going to have surgery. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that, sir? Okay, so you still want to waive?
Yes, I want to waive. Yes.
Okay, and you're clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well then again, you'll need to sign those 5 to 7 copies from the deputy, and then I'll sign and we'll proceed forward with the extradition process. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, deputies, I think that's it. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, thank you again for your service today, and I will see you for my final day of first appearance tomorrow for the month.
Yes, ma'am.